Good morning. I really enjoy baking my own everyday bread, and it doesn't have to be difficult. Today I'm baking another bread that's simple but so delicious. I started the dough yesterday evening so I could bake fresh bread first thing in the morning for breakfast. Later today, I'll also be baking some baguettes. I'll leave the full recipe in the video description so you can try it yourself and see how easy and lovely homemade bread can be. I made a double batch of the dough so I could bake two breads because in our house one loaf can easily disappear already at breakfast. I'm still not very good at making pretty scoring cuts, so don't look to me for lessons on that just yet. The pot needs to be properly hot when the bread goes in to bake. For this first loaf, I added a small knob of butter to the bottom because I love how it makes the crust extra crisp underneath.
Kyllä, kiitos. Kuuletteli?
Oi. Meinas tukkoon. Voi leitsi.
I used to wonder why my bread sometimes turned out too dense. Then I realized that since we live in an old house that isn't always very warm, my kitchen was simply too cool for the dough to rise well. Near the fireplace it was too warm though. Now, I found a spot on top of a cupboard where it's warm enough and free from drafts, and there the dough has risen just perfectly. Dennis cooked rice porridge in the evening for a bedtime snack, and with the leftovers, I thought I'd try making Karelian pies myself for the first time. I started heating the wood-fired oven first thing in the morning so it would be as hot as possible for the Karelian pies. For the dough, you'll need water, rye flour, wheat flour, salt, and butter. The dough can be used immediately after kneading. Cut the dough into suitably sized pieces and roll them into balls. Flatten them into discs and cover with a cloth or plastic wrap. Take one at a time and roll it out thin and as round as possible. I add an egg to the rice porridge made yesterday so it's easier to spread onto the pies. There are many ways to crimp the pies, but I like to fold the bottom edge into a triangle and start pinching the dough together upward from there. The first tray went into the oven, and while it was baking, Dennis started making the next batch of pies. In Finland, we like to say that everyone makes their Karelian pies the way they personally like them. Dennis prefers his a bit longer and heartier. After baking, the Karelian pies are dipped in a butter-water mixture. Thank you so much for being here and sharing these moments with me. If you enjoy traditional countryside living, simple homemade food, and the gentle rhythm of old-fashioned days, I'd be truly happy to have you subscribe and join our little journey. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video.